want a clear sign society is collapsing?
My wife Kaylee and I have been living in our car for the last 74 days.
I live in my car. I've lived in my car for 9.5 months now.
This is how I stay warm living in my car during the winter.
Single minimum wage workers are now living in cars, tents, and vans in the so-called wealthy Western world. People aren't buying homes anymore. They're not even renting. They're sleeping in parking lots and behind department stores, all because of the price of simply existing. And these aren't the jobless or the lazy. Many work full-time, doing everything right, but still can't afford a roof. Rent takes up 70% of paychecks. Groceries and gas keep rising, and people are forced to move into cars or RVs. In Los Angeles, streets are lined with vans. In Australia, families live by the beach because rent's impossible. In the UK, van dwellers hide from council fines. They told us if we worked hard, we'd own a home. But that dream was sold to the highest bidder. Now home ownership's not a goal, it's a privilege. You want to clear...
All right, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Racha, Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that's teaching this word in all true faith and sincerity. And today, I just want to get into a lesson concerning the fall of America. And as you can see, the clip I played, everything has gone to shit. So long gone the days of the so-called living the American dream. Now we're in a time where people are being brought to prophecy, being brought to reality. Now they are experiencing this place, the downfall. You experiencing it now. You feel it. And it's only gonna get more intense for these people, man. Because that's what they trusted in. But ultimately the results is it's gonna be death, man, and destruction. But it's a lot. Let's start off with this in the book of Ecclesiastes 12. Just going back to the point of the clip. And the guy going to so much percentage of your check going to rent. Barely can make shit happen. Barely can keep your head above water. We at the point now, you choosing bills, you got to skip a meal. This the time that we're in. And this is all an indicator of the end. The end of the world, the end of the so-called white man, the end of America. This reign of terror. Because with that, it said the West is collapsing. And you think of course, it's more to just the western parts of the world or even America, which is, of course, is chiefly America. But those that's under this regime and system, that's why I say over there in Australia, they catching it. And over there in Britain, UK, they catching it. But the players is going to reach its perfection here in Babylon the Great. This is Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, though the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. So this is the time we in. That pride, all that shit being rooted out, man. And these people being humble. And there's a lot of these women that's in there, staying in their cars. So that's another reason why they turn you down. Because you ain't going back to their shit. Because they ain't got one. And that Isaiah 4 and 1 it makes a lot more sense now as we get closer and closer to the perfect day, as things get more intense in the earth. The scriptures are making more and more sense. We're seeing the end of Babylon the Great. We're seeing the end of the West, the end of, this world, man. What's that? 2 Ezra 9. Let's get that real quick. 2 Ezra 9 and 5. Here's a revelation. Spirit. 2 Ezra 9 and 5. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. See? So the end is being made clear and obvious. That this man is about to fall. That this system can't continue anymore. All these stimulus and packages and somehow to keep this shit going and relief package. It's too late for it. It's over. Just like that guy, one of the elites, I forgot the nigga name, with the 7 heart transplants. He couldn't get to it. It didn't matter. The nigga still died. So this is what we're seeing. This place is at its wit's end. And these events that's happening are clear signs of it. And when you jump up on this, it talks about the uproars of the people in the world. It's making more sense now. These people, resources and rights being taken away. You going to see shit finna be stirred up, man, because now, to the point these people, they're coming back to prophecy. See, that American dream, they have now been woken up and come to reality of prophecy, man. Matter of fact, what's that? Let's get that real quick in Sirach, Ecclesiastes 36. They're going to see what we see soon, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. But we just hope we on the right side, those that to be delivered. Because it's going to say those that they knew not until the Lord, till the flood came. That's when they woke up and realized, but it was too late, man. Sirach 36, Ecclesiastes chapter 36, verse 5, it reads, and let them know thee as we have known thee, that there is no power but only thou, O Yahweh Shema Shai, and how the Lord is known by the judgments. So soon these people are about to get very well acquainted with the Lord by the way of the judgments. So that's why you seeing, these people are complaining and they're ranting, because ultimately they got to call an audible on what they wanted. They had certain dreams and aspirations and goals they wanted to be met at a certain time. 2025, a nigga had some plan in 2020 that he wanted to get done by this time. But the tariffs didn't make it happen, or whatever the certain laws and legislations are. The Lord just didn't allow the nigga to do it. Because we ain't in time, all that shit over with now. This is prophecy, man. The time of, the Lord, he's about to once again, be acknowledged here on the earth. This Psalms chapter 33 and verse it's like I'm going to get it in Proverbs 19 and 21. That's the one I wanted. Right. Proverbs 19 and 21, it reads, there are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord, that shall stand. See? And it pretty much said the same in Psalms 33. But as you can see, the point, the many devices in a man's heart, concerning these, they as dreams and aspirations, man. Their goals. But it says, nevertheless, meaning scrap that. If that don't matter, the counsel of the Lord, that's what's going to stand. Prophecy. That's what's going to, the nigga probably got, he want to do something on his birthday a certain day. But the famine came a week before. These certain things, the nigga want to try. We want to fly out of whatever the case may be. These people, these Americans as a whole, these certain things, they had dreams and aspirations of plans. From something simple as a fucking barbecue, but it's the shit too high now. It all goes back because the Lord is time. His intents and purposes are now being made manifest in the earth. The end of America. That's the Lord's intent. That's what he wants. He wants to end this place, and now we're seeing it plays out. It's playing out, man. And these people are feeling it. That's why you hear it. You smitten. You gonna holler because the shit hurt. So that's what we seeing, these TikToks and, these people making these rants. That's the Lord bringing that pain, and it's only going to get more intense, because this all part of the end of the world. Let's, what's that, 2 Ezra 16. And in verse 38, verse 37, it says, behold, the players draw nigh and are not slack. It's when a woman with child in the 9th month bring forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compares her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. See? Because we seeing it, how there's really no relief in sight. You see how this devil's trying to set it up to where that relief is going to be that sea help. But overall, there's no relief in sight, You don't have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. These people don't have no hope. But you can see that those plagues is being compared to that pain, man. And you can see it said the world shall mourn. So we seeing the beginning stages of that. In the form of some woman doing a TikTok on why she can't, on why she standing in her camera. And she been doing it for 18 months and got a routine going and showing you how to, transition and stand into your car. Because that's what we at in this time. And it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse, man. And that's why we hope Yahweh Shema Shai keep us, man. As this place fall, we just hope the Lord have mercy on us. When you read what's that, Habakkuk, the 3rd chapter, in wrath remember mercy. So yeah, I just hope that we're edifying, like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachai Kudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. Let's teach the word in all true faith and sincerity. Shalom.